This is Robert Harper with Virginia Farm Bureau's Grain Division, bringing you the Merchandiser Minute for Friday, July the 5th, 2019. At the end of a short week, we came into this week looking at the Commitment of Traders report. We saw that both wheat and corn managed money funds were long coming into the week, with the bean traders, the managed money traders, still showing a short position. I think all week, and we had a few sessions closed this week for the holiday, but all week the trade was still wrestling with the acre numbers that we saw last Friday on June the 28th. The 91.7 million acres the USDA said was planted or intended to be planted really struck the trade by surprise. The average trade guess was around 86 million acres, and we did lose a lot of value in those futures contracts last Friday because of that number. The reverse was true in soybeans. The trade was expecting about 84 million planted acres this year, and it came in at 80 million. We saw those numbers last week, but again, the trade just really was digesting those numbers this week. When we look at a review of the week, December corn was up 7 cents for the week. November soybeans, your new crop contract, was down 39 cents a bushel for the week. And your nearby wheat contract, Chicago wheat, the September futures was down 15 cents for the week. A few other numbers that came out from acreage, from the acreage report last week that are worth mentioning, some Virginia-centric numbers. Virginia corn acres at 530,000, that's up 45,000 from last year, and Virginia bean planted acres, 570,000 acres, that's down 30,000 from last year. Also, last Friday, we saw something on wheat. All wheat acres came in at 45.6 million. That's for harvest in 2019. And the National Ag Statistics Service tells us we got to go back to 1919, a 100-year low in wheat acres. Also on Monday, we got the crop progress report. Corn was rated 56% good to excellent. I think what's important about that is that the 5-year average is at 72%. So certainly that low good to excellent rating is supportive to price. Beans came in at 54% good to excellent this past Monday in the crop progress report. The 5-year average is 68% good to excellent. So that low good to excellent number in soybeans is also price supportive. The winter wheat harvest number came in this week at 30% harvested. The 5-year average is 48%. And we did see a little bit of strength come into the futures this week because of that behind pace harvest. But then as early yields and yields are coming in from that harvest, they're higher than expected, and that took some of the wind out of the sails of your wheat futures price. Also, actually today, the Labor Department released some very sought-after numbers. Job growth rebounded in June here domestically with 224,000 new jobs created. If we go back a month from that, in May, we saw the number at 72,000. So it was a big jump today in the jobs numbers. Unemployment was had slightly risen to, I think that's the way to say it. We were at 3.7% unemployment. Currently, the previous month we were at 3.6%. So unemployment was slightly higher, 0.1%. And also remember, the U.S. economy has been growing for 10 years in a row. That's a record. We did see new cases of African swine fever found this week in China. That problem still hasn't gone away and is definitely impacting demand. Now, let's go to next week. Next week, we are going to be trading the crop progress report Monday at 4 o'clock. You'll get your export inspections next week, your export sales. But also remember, on the 11th, we get our monthly crop production report. And the trade is going to be working around that. Give us a call if we can help you in regards to any wish orders that you might like to put in. And also keep your eye on the weather forecast. Remember, basis values have firmed dramatically for old crop corn in the eastern corn belt. That's impacting our basis here in Virginia. Let us help you with that, and let us help you with any of your wheat. Again, this is Robert Harper with Virginia Farm Bureau's Grain Division.